Alex sat in the cockpit of his small spaceship, staring out at the stars. He was a skilled pilot, but today felt different. As he prepared for his routine mission, his mind drifted to Sarah, his best friend who had moved away just a few months ago. They had shared countless adventures, laughter, and dreams together, but now there was an empty space where her presence used to be. Despite the distance, he felt a strong connection to her, one that he desperately wanted to rekindle. As he launched into the vastness of space, Alex tried to focus on his flight plan. But every time he glanced at the control panel, he saw flashes of memories with Sarah, their long talks under the stars, the way they had cheered each other on through tough times. A wave of sadness washed over him. He missed her more than he cared to admit. He pulled the ship into a steady course, but his heart wasn't in it. What was the point of exploring new worlds when the person who understood him most was so far away? He thought about calling her, but doubts crept in. What if she had moved on? What if she didn't want to hear from him? Suddenly, a violent storm erupted around him. The ship shook violently as lightning cracked through the darkness. Alex struggled to maintain control, his heart racing. He had trained for emergencies, but nothing could prepare him for this. Just as he thought he might regain stability, a massive surge hit, sending the ship spiraling down toward an uncharted planet. The crash was rough. Alex braced himself, gripping the controls tightly as the ship smashed into the dense forest below. He was dazed but alive, the cockpit filled with smoke and alarms blaring. After a few moments, he managed to unbuckle himself and crawl out of the wreckage. Gasping for fresh air. As he looked around, he realized he was in a strange place. Towering trees surrounded him, their leaves shimmering in hues he had never seen before. But before he could take in his surroundings, he heard rustling nearby. His heart raced again, but this time it wasn't just fear, it was curiosity. Out of the trees emerged a group of tall, muscular women, all clad in armor that gleamed in the dim light. They held weapons and approached him cautiously, their expressions a mix of curiosity and caution. Alex felt a rush of adrenaline. He was in a completely alien world, far from the distance he felt from Sarah. The leader of the group, a fierce-looking woman with long braided hair, stepped forward. "Who are you?" she demanded, her voice strong and commanding. "I'm Alex," he replied, trying to keep his voice steady. "I crashed here. I mean no harm." The women exchanged glances, their expressions shifting from suspicion to intrigue. The leader, whose name turned out to be Kayla, studied him closely. "You are not like us," she said, tilting her head. "There is something different about you." Alex felt a strange mix of fear and excitement. He was far from home, yet here was an opportunity to connect with someone new. Maybe this was what he needed to break free from the sadness he felt about Sarah moving away. Days passed as the warrior women took him into their camp. They called him a royal breeder, believing his unique characteristics could strengthen their lineage. At first, Alex was taken aback by this label, but he soon realized it was more than that. The women were fierce protectors of their world, and they respected strength in all forms. As he trained with them, learning their ways of combat and survival, Alex found a sense of belonging. He felt a spark of hope begin to grow inside him. The connection he missed with Sarah was beginning to transform into something new. He shared stories of Earth, and they listened with wide eyes, fascinated by his tales of cities, technology, and friendship. Yet, despite the friendships he was building, Alex could not shake the feeling of distance from Sarah. He often wondered how she was doing, if she missed him, and if she would even recognize him now. His heart ached with the desire to reconnect. One evening, as he sat by the fire with Kayla and the other women, he shared his thoughts about Sarah. "I feel like I've lost a part of myself," he admitted, his voice trembling. "She was my Closest friend, and now she's so far away. Kayla nodded, understanding in her eyes. Distance does not have to mean separation. You can reach out, even across the stars. Inspired by her words, Alex decided he needed to try. With the help of the warrior women, he began to repair his damaged ship. Every moment spent working on the vessel reminded him of the importance of connection. He wanted Sarah to know he was okay, that he was still the same Alex she had known, even if he was now in a strange world. Finally, after days of hard work, the ship was ready for a test flight. As he prepared to leave, the warrior women gathered around him, their faces a mix of pride and sadness. Kayla stepped forward, placing a hand on his shoulder. "You have fought for your place here. You are one of us now, Alex. Do not forget." That, with a nod, he climbed into the cockpit, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and hope. As he launched into the sky, he felt the weight of his journey pressing down on him. This was not just an adventure. It was a chance to reconnect with someone he cherished. As the ship soared through the atmosphere, Alex reached for the communication system. He sent a message to Sarah, his heart racing. "I miss you. I'm alive and well, and I want to share my journey with you." The stars twinkled around him, and for the first time in a long while, he felt a sense of hope. He had found a new family among the warrior women, yet his heart still belonged to Sarah. He knew that distance could not diminish their bond. He would find a way to bridge that gap, no matter how far apart they were. As he navigated the stars, Alex smiled, realizing that he was not alone. The universe was vast, and he had the strength to reach out, to reconnect, and to embrace both, the old and the new. His story was just beginning, and he was ready to write it with hope and courage, no matter where it took him. As Alex flew through the stars, the memories of his time with the warrior women filled his mind. He could still hear Kella's encouraging words echoing in his head. They had become a part of his life, teaching him strength and resilience. But despite the bonds he formed with them, Alex couldn't shake the feeling of distance from Sarah, his best friend who had moved away. The ship's control panel beeped as he adjusted the navigation settings. He was determined to send a message to Sarah, to let her know he was okay and to share his new experiences. Yet, as he prepared the communication system, doubt crept in. Would she understand? Would she even care anymore? Taking a deep breath, Alex reminded himself of what Kayla had said. Distance does not have to mean separation. That was true. He had to believe it. He couldn't let fear hold him back. With a steady hand, he activated the communication device. "Sarah, it's me, Alex," he began, his voice shaky but determined. "I hope you are doing well. I wanted to tell you that I'm alive and that I've found a new world. I miss you every day." He paused, thinking of all the adventures they had shared. He remembered their laughter, their late-night talks, and the plans they had made for the future. "I've met some incredible people here, warrior women who have shown me strength and courage. I wish you could see this place. It's unlike anything you can imagine." After a few more heartfelt sentences, he ended the message, his heart racing. Would she reply? He felt a mix of hope and anxiety as he sent it through the stars, wondering if it would reach her. As the days passed, Alex continued his training with the warrior women. They taught him how to wield a sword, climb mountains, and survive in the wild. The physical challenges helped clear his mind, but he still felt a nagging emptiness where Sarah's friendship used to be. One afternoon, as he practiced his swordsmanship with Kayla, he couldn't help but share his feelings. "I feel like I'm gaining so much here, but I still miss Sarah. It's hard to be so far from someone who knows me so well." Kayla paused, resting her sword on her shoulder. "It is natural to feel that way, but you are learning to be strong in ways you never imagined. This journey is not just about survival. It's about growth, You can share that growth with her. Her words struck a chord. He realized he wanted to show Sarah that he was changing, evolving into someone stronger. He wanted her to be proud of him and to understand that their friendship could survive any distance. Inspired, Alex decided to write another message to Sarah. This time, he would share more about his experiences, the challenges he faced, and the lessons he was learning. He wanted her to see how he had grown and to remind her of their special bond. He started typing, detailing his training sessions, the beauty of the alien landscape, and the friendships he had formed. He wrote about the fierce loyalty of the warrior, women, and how they had accepted him into their community. "I wish you were here to see it," he typed. "I think you would love it. You would fit in so well with these women. They are strong and brave, just like you." After sending the message, Alex felt a sense of relief. He had opened his heart again, and he hoped Sarah would feel the connection across the distance. He spent the next few days focusing on his training, but his mind often wandered back to Sarah, wondering if she would reply. One evening, as he sat by the fire with the warrior women, he received a notification on his communication device. His heart raced as he opened the message, recognizing Sarah's name. "Alex, I can't believe you're alive. I miss you so much. Tell me everything. I want to hear about your adventures." A smile broke across his face as he read her words. She was still interested in him, still cared. As Alex settled into his new life among the warrior women, he found himself thinking about Sarah more often. Their messages had become a lifeline, filled with laughter, dreams, and shared memories. Yet he still felt a yearning to reconnect with her in a deeper way. He missed the sound of her voice, the warmth of her laughter, and the comfort of their friendship. Each day, he trained hard, pushing himself to become stronger. Kayla and the other warrior women had seen his potential and encouraged him to embrace his abilities. They taught him how to wield weapons, navigate the wild, and strategize for battles. But no matter how much he thrived in this new environment, a part of him felt incomplete without Sarah. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in shades of orange and purple, Alex sat by the campfire, lost in thought. The crackling flames illuminated the faces of his companions, their laughter echoing in the air. Yet he felt a pang of sadness. He wanted to share this experience with Sarah. He thought about how much she would enjoy the vibrant colors of the sunset and the thrill of the warrior women's stories. Kyla noticed his distant gaze and approached him. "What troubles you?" "Alex," she asked. I miss my friend," he admitted, his voice low. "I want to bring her here, to show her this world and everything I've learned, but I don't know how to make that happen." Kayla sat beside him, her expression thoughtful. "If she means so much to you, then you must try. Strength is not just in battle. It's in your heart and your willingness to connect." Her words inspired him. If he wanted to bring Sarah to this world, he needed to show her how much he had grown. He decided to send her a video message, something more personal, and just text. He wanted her to see the beauty around him, to feel the energy of the warrior women, and to understand how important she was to him. The next day, Alex set up his ship's camera in a beautiful clearing where the flowers bloomed in vibrant colors and the trees swayed gently in the breeze. He took a deep breath and began recording. "Hey, Sarah." "It's me, Alex," he started, smiling at the camera. "I wanted to show you where I am now." He gestured around him, capturing the breathtaking scenery. "This is the planet I crashed on. It's incredible here. The warrior women have taken me in, and I'm learning so much." He spoke passionately about his training, the friendships he had formed, and the adventures they had shared. "I wish you could see this place. The sunsets are beautiful, and the people are strong and brave. I know you would fit in perfectly here." As he continued speaking, Alex felt a rush of hope. He wanted to share his journey with her, to reconnect in a way that transcended the distance. He ended the video with a heartfelt message. I miss you, Sarah. I hope one day you can visit me here. I want to create new memories with you, just like we used to. After sending the video, Alex felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. Would she respond? He waited eagerly for her reply, checking his communication device constantly. Days passed, filled with training and laughter with the warrior women, but the thought of Sarah lingered in his mind. Finally, one evening, as the stars twinkled overhead, he received a message notification. His heart raced as he opened it, and he couldn't help but smile when he saw her name. Alex, I loved your video. It looks amazing there. I can't believe how much you've changed. I miss you too. I want to visit more than anything. Let's figure it out. Joy flooded through him as he read her words. She still wanted to be a part of his life, and the thought of her visiting made his heart soar. They exchanged ideas about how she could come to the planet, discussing travel routes and potential challenges. Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. He was determined to make this happen. As they planned, Alex also shared more about the warrior women and their culture. He described their strength, their values, and how they had welcomed him into their community. He wanted Sarah to understand that this was not just a new life for him. It was a place where he had grown and flourished. One day, while training with Kayla, Alex shared his plans. I want Sarah to come here. I think it would be amazing for her to see this world and meet all of you. Kayla smiled, her eyes shining with encouragement. Then we must help you prepare. If she is to come, she should be welcomed as family. With renewed determination, Alex and the warrior women began to make preparations for Sarah's arrival. They discussed how to make her feel comfortable and safe in their world. They planned a welcoming ceremony, complete with traditional dances and feasts, to show her the strength of their community. As the days passed, Alex worked tirelessly to ensure everything was ready for Sarah. He gathered gifts for her, beautiful trinkets made from the planet's unique materials, and even a small token from each warrior woman to represent their bond. He wanted her to feel special and cherished. Finally, the day came when Sarah's arrival was imminent. Alex could hardly contain his excitement. He stood at the edge of the clearing where they had agreed to meet, his heart pounding with anticipation. The warrior women surrounded him, their energy buzzing with excitement. When the ship appeared in the sky, Alex felt a wave of emotions wash over him. As it landed and the door opened, he could see Sarah stepping out, her face filled with awe. She looked around, taking in the beauty of the alien world, her eyes wide with wonder. Alex, she called, running toward him. They embraced tightly, and in that moment, all the distance and longing melted away. I can't believe I'm really here, she said, her voice filled with joy. This place is incredible. Alex beamed, feeling a sense of fulfillment. I wanted to show you everything. I've missed you so much. As they walked through the clearing together, Alex introduced her to the warrior women. They welcomed Sarah with open arms, presenting her with gifts and showing her the strength of their community. Alex watched with happiness as Sarah laughed and connected with his new friends, feeling the bonds of friendship strengthen between them. That evening, they gathered around the fire, sharing stories and laughter. Alex realized that this was the moment he had longed for, a reunion filled with hope, love, and friendship. No longer did he feel distant from Sarah. They had found a way to bridge the gap between their worlds. As the stars twinkled above, Alex felt a deep sense of gratitude. He had grown stronger in body and spirit, and he had brought his two worlds together. With Sarah by his side, he knew they could face anything that came their way. Together, they would create new memories and adventures, proving that distance could never diminish the power of their bond. Asterisk, as the sun rose over the alien landscape, Alex felt a wave of excitement and nervousness wash over him. Sarah was finally here, and he wanted to make her visit unforgettable. He looked at her sleeping peacefully in his ship, her face serene and beautiful against the backdrop of the vibrant colors of the new world. It was a sight he had longed for during their time apart, and now that she was here, he wanted to show her everything. After a quick breakfast with the warrior women, Alex woke Sarah gently. "Good morning. Are you ready for your first day on this amazing planet?" he asked. His voice filled with enthusiasm. She stretched and smiled, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "I can't believe I'm finally here. What are we doing today?" Alex had planned a busy day. "First, we'll explore the forest nearby. The warrior women will show you how to navigate and identify the plants. Then, we'll visit the training grounds where I've been learning to fight. I want you to see how strong they are." Sarah's face lit up with excitement. "That sounds amazing. I can't wait." After breakfast, they set out together, walking through the lush forest. The trees were tall and majestic, their leaves shimmering in the warm sunlight. Alex felt proud to show Sarah the beauty of this place. As they walked, he pointed out different plants and animals, explaining their uses and significance to the warrior women. "Look at that," Alex said, pointing to a flower with vibrant blue petals. "That's called the sky bloom. It's used in medicine here." Sarah knelt down to examine the flower closely. "It's beautiful. I love how different everything is." She looked up at Alex, her eyes bright with wonder. "Thank you for bringing me here. It means so much to me." Alex smiled, feeling a warmth spread through him. "I wanted you to see this world and the amazing people in it. You're a part of my life, and I want you to share in my experiences." As they continued their exploration, they heard the sound of laughter and shouting in the distance. Curiosity piqued, they followed the noise until they reached the training grounds. There, Alex's friends, the warrior women, were practicing their combat skills. The sight was impressive. They moved with grace and power, wielding their weapons with mastery. "Wow, they're incredible," Sarah exclaimed, her eyes wide as she watched the training session. "I can't believe how strong they are." Kayla noticed them and approached with a broad smile. "Alex, Sarah, welcome to the training grounds. Would you like to join us?" Alex turned to Sarah, his excitement bubbling over. "What do you think? Want to give it a try?" "I would love to," Sarah replied, her enthusiasm matching his. Kayla handed Sarah a practice sword, its weight surprisingly light in her hands. "Don't worry, we'll teach you the basics." As Sarah joined the training, Alex watched with pride. She embraced the challenge, learning quickly and laughing as she sparred with one of the warrior women. The bond between them grew stronger as they shared this experience, and Alex felt a sense of joy. As the days passed on the alien planet, Alex felt a growing sense of joy and fulfillment. Having Sarah there made everything feel more complete. They had spent their days exploring the vibrant landscape, training with the warrior women, and sharing stories around the campfire. Each moment deepened their bond, but Alex also sensed an underlying challenge. Although they were together now, he worried about what would happen when Sarah had to return to her home. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with brilliant colors, Alex and Sarah sat by the fire. The warmth of the flames contrasted with the cool evening air, creating a cozy atmosphere. Sarah looked thoughtful, gazing into the fire. "What's on your mind?" Alex asked, breaking the silence. "I've had such an amazing time here," she replied, her voice soft. "But I can't help but think about going back home. I miss my family and friends. I just don't know how to balance everything." Alex felt a pang of sadness at her words. He understood that she had a life back home, and he didn't want to hold her back. But the thought of losing her again filled him with dread. I get it. I miss my life too, but I've found something special here, he said, trying to keep his tone light. I want you to be happy, no matter where you are. Sarah turned to him, her eyes searching his face. You mean a lot to me, Alex. I don't want this to end. I've loved reconnecting with you. His heart swelled at her words, but he also felt the weight of their situation. The distance between their homes felt daunting. Maybe there's a way to make this work, he suggested, his mind racing with possibilities. What if we find a way to share our lives, even when we're apart? She smiled, her eyes brightening. I'd love that. But how? Alex thought for a moment. We could set up regular video calls. I can share my training and adventures with you, and you can tell me about your life back home. We can be each other's support, no matter the distance. That sounds great, Sarah replied, her enthusiasm contagious. And maybe I can come back here more often. I want to be part of your life, Alex. Feeling inspired, Alex suggested, let's make a plan. We can write down our goals and dreams for the future. That way, we'll have something to work toward together, no matter where we are. As they talked, the fire crackled and popped, casting flickering shadows around them. They decided to write their goals on a piece of parchment that Alex had found in his ship. With the stars shining bright overhead, they began to jot down their dreams. I want to become a skilled warrior like the women here, Alex wrote. I want to help them protect their world and learn everything I can. I want to travel and explore new places, Sarah added. I also want to create art that tells the story of our friendship and the adventures we share. They continued to write down their dreams, their excitement growing as they envisioned the future. When they finished, they looked at the parchment, feeling proud of what they had created together. This is just the beginning, Alex said, a smile spreading across his face. We'll keep adding to this as we go. As the fire began to die down, Sarah leaned back, looking up at the stars. You know, being here has changed me. I feel stronger and more capable. I want to embrace new challenges. Alex nodded, feeling inspired by her words. You've grown so much in just a few days. The warrior women can see your strength too. You fit in perfectly here. I loved training with them, Sarah said, her voice filled with excitement. They're so powerful and supportive. I wish I could stay longer. Alex felt a twinge of sadness, but quickly pushed it aside. We can always make new memories. And this place will always be here for you. That night, as they settled into their sleeping bags, Alex couldn't shake the feeling of hope. He believed that they could create a future together, despite the distance. He wanted to be a part of Sarah's life, just as she wanted to be part of his. The next day, they woke early, ready to make the most of their time together. Alex suggested they go to the waterfall he had discovered during his training. It's breathtaking, and I want you to see it, he said, his eyes sparkling with excitement. As they hiked through the forest, Alex felt a sense of joy in sharing this experience with Sarah. The sound of rushing water grew louder as they approached the waterfall, and when they finally arrived, they stood in awe. The water cascaded down from a great height, creating a shimmering veil that caught the sunlight. Rainbows danced in the mist, and the beauty of the scene took Sarah's breath away. It's incredible, she exclaimed, her voice filled with wonder. I can't believe this place exists. Alex smiled, watching her soak in the beauty. I wanted you to see this. It's one of my favorite spots. They spent the day exploring the area around the waterfall, splashing in the cool water and taking pictures together. Laughter filled the air as they created new memories, their hearts light and carefree. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the landscape, Alex took a moment to reflect on their journey. I'm so glad you're here, he said, turning to Sarah. "You've made this place feel even more special." "I'm grateful for this experience," she replied, her eyes meeting his. "You've shown me a new side of life, and I feel stronger because of it." As they sat together on a rock, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Alex felt a sense of clarity. He realized that no matter the distance, they could always find a way to connect. Their friendship was built on trust, support, and love, and that would guide them through any challenges. Later that night, back at the campfire, they shared their plans for the future. They spoke of visiting each other more often, of traveling together, and of supporting each other's dreams. "We'll be each other's biggest fans," Alex said, a grin spreading across his face. "Yes, I want to hear about every adventure you have here," Sarah replied, her excitement palpable. "And I'll share my art and experiences back home." With newfound hope and determination, they made a pact. They would stay connected, no matter where life took them. They would embrace the challenges ahead and support each other through thick and thin dot as the stars twinkled above. Alex felt a sense of peace. He had grown stronger during his time on the alien planet, and now he had Sarah by his side, ready to face the future together. Their friendship would endure, no matter the distance. And that thought filled him with hope, with the promise of new adventures ahead. Alex knew that he and Sarah could conquer anything life threw their way. Together, they would build a future filled with dreams, love, and the unbreakable bond of friendship. Asterisk. As the sun rose on another beautiful day on the alien planet, Alex woke up feeling a mix of excitement and anxiety. It had been a week since Sarah had arrived, and their time together was slipping away. He cherished every moment, but he couldn't shake the feeling of sadness that came with knowing she would eventually have to return home after breakfast with the warrior women. Alex and Sarah decided to spend the day exploring the nearby mountains. The women had told them about a breathtaking view from the top, and Alex wanted to share that experience with Sarah. He hoped it would be a perfect way to create lasting memories before she left Dot as they hiked along the winding path. Sarah's laughter echoed in the air, brightening Alex's mood. She seemed to thrive in this new environment, embracing the challenges of the terrain. He admired her strength and determination, feeling proud to have her at his side. "Look at that view," Sarah exclaimed as they reached a clearing. The landscape stretched out before them, a tapestry of vibrant colors and lush greenery. Rivers sparkled in the sunlight, and distant mountains loomed majestically on the horizon. "It's amazing," Alex replied, feeling a rush of joy. "I wanted to show you this. It's one of the most beautiful spots on the planet." They stood, side by side, taking in the breathtaking scenery. In that moment, Alex wished time could stand still. He wanted to hold on to this feeling of connection and joy forever. But as he glanced at Sarah, he saw a flicker of sadness in her eyes. "Are you okay?" he asked gently. Sarah took a deep breath. "I'm just thinking about how much I'll miss this place and you when I go back home. I've had such an incredible time here, and I don't want it to end." Alex felt a lump in his throat. He understood her feelings all too well. "I don't want you to go either," he admitted. "But maybe we can find ways to keep our connection alive, even when we're apart." She looked at him, hope shining in her eyes. "You mean like our video calls and sharing our adventures?" "Exactly," Alex replied with enthusiasm. "And we can plan for you to come back. Maybe we can explore even more places together next time." "That sounds wonderful," Sarah said, her smile returning. "I want to see everything this planet has to offer." As they talked, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. He wanted to make sure that their friendship remained strong, no matter the distance. He realized that they could support each other in their journeys, no matter where life took them. After enjoying the view for a while longer, they continued their hike, discussing their dreams and goals. Alex explained how he wanted to become a protector of the warrior women, to help them defend their land and teach others about their strength. "I know you can do it," Sarah encouraged him. "You've grown so much since you got here. You're a part of this community now." As they climbed higher, they reached the summit just as the sun began to set. The sky erupted in colors: deep oranges, fiery reds, and soft purples. It was a sight they would never forget. They stood at the